every week or real estate agents or investors, specifically in probate involving real estate. I'm Bill Gross. I'm your host here in Los Angeles, California. I get asked a lot, how do I build my business? And whether any of those, realtor, attorney, investor, there's a lot of different ways, a lot of different methodologies. I think there's certainly a whole discussion to be had as to how do you build your business. That's the keyword I use a lot, rather than looking at a commission or a fee, in which case you become an employee in your own company, maybe. How do you build a business centered on probate real estate? And usually involves understanding and creating a plan and having certain actions and activities. And it's certainly worthy of investigation and consideration, especially with the changing market that we're in today. Today, I want to talk about, I normally have at this time slot a interview, but about once every 6 or 8, I'd like to put in some content that I'd like to emphasize, because that way we're all coming on the same page. My goal for this call for Probate Weekly is that we work together. You know, every week on this call, we get 50, 60 people live. We get another couple hundred that watch on social media over the next week, each week. My vision is that we all work together like an army. We get all the probate business in America. If we divide up amongst us, who'd be happy with their share of that part of the business, right? I would be. So that's what we're doing here. The goal is to work together. And so my role in this process, you have a bandage on. I had some medical work done today, but I'm allowed to take it off now. I'm going to take it off. It's bugging me. My role in this is to be maybe a senior team leader, captain on the team, and put you guys, I think, in the right direction. I don't have all the answers, but I think I've identified a lot of places where you can go get questions answered, and a lot of the questions you have answered. And so today, the topic we want to talk about is free resources to build your probate business. And so I may come up with number 7 different free things you can use, and we'll talk a little bit on how to use them as a resource. Oftentimes I get a text, it's really interesting, from people from this call. They'll text me, call me, direct message in Facebook, LinkedIn. Bill, I'm a realtor and I want to build a business. How do I do it? And it's like, I can't text an answer, right? And so I really believe, and certainly this is participative, if I'm wrong, jump in and correct me. But my goal of all of this is to answer that question in a way by giving you those resources, that you can answer the question yourself. Meaning, I'm not trying to give you fish. I can't afford to hand out free fish, but I do want to share different tools I use to fish. Hopefully you'll get your own rod and reel, throw some bait on it, throw it in the lake and grab something on your own, and share the good news so we're all encouraged to do more. That's kind of what my goal of this was. And so the resources I've created, the first 7 I have today are really all mine, that I've created for myself and my team, that I think you all would benefit from by using them. I'm going to share with you the tool. I'm going to give you a couple ideas on how to use it. Now, when I say my team, just to be clear, I am building a national network of real estate agents across the country. You don't have to join my team. You don't have to join my network. But if you're interested in changing brokerages and using that to build your probate business, I'd love talking about how to do that. I'm with eXp Realty, and there's ways that you can join our platform. And I don't take any commission from you, but we can still work together and do some extra things, but still staying where you are. I'm not selling you anything. I'm not selling you data. I'm not selling you coaching. I'm going to share with you 7 things that we can work on together to improve our communal business. So number 1 is this call, Probate Weekly. So it's called Probate Weekly. Why do you think I titled it Probate Weekly? Anybody want to guess? Feel free. Boy, I'm overwhelmed here with the answer. You guys, come on. We're going to work here. Weekly. Guys, it's weekly. Why do you think I did it weekly? Do you think I wanted extra work? I talked to a gal today. I don't want to say what company she's with, Keller Williams, and she was telling me how hard it was, her podcast. And she had done pretty well with it, and she gave up on it. She says, it's so hard. We were doing it once a month. And I said, well, that's when I do it weekly. Why do you think I do it weekly, not once a month? Because I think we need to get together. How often? Take a guess.
Weekly.
Because we need accountability. I need it. And by the way, if you do more business than me, maybe you don't. But if you don't do as much as me and you want to do what I do, you might consider holding yourself accountable and showing up weekly and participating. And here's another one. Maybe you give something to the group. Maybe you bring an idea. Maybe you help contribute in some way that's important to you. That's what I took on when I did this. If I give value to people every week, It forces me to show up with some value of some sort, or else none of you are going to be on the call. It forces me to be bigger than myself. Audra, thank you. Yes, weekly. You got the right answer. So that's the idea behind it. The idea is to learn. Now, sometimes I'm talking. I can't really learn when I talk. I can learn when I prepare. I can remember things when I prepare. When I give them over, I'm also reminding myself things that I need to sharpen up my game on. So that's why I do that. Also, referrals. I've gotten referrals from people on this call, of course. Attorneys and real estate agents and vendors. How about you? How about, I noticed nobody has their contact info in the chat box. Now, I'm going to put mine in, but the truth is, if you're on this call, I already have your information. So I don't need you to reach out to me. But wouldn't you like me to call you if I had something in your area or needed somebody to do something in your area? So every networking group, unless the rules are you're not allowed to, you should always have your contact info. Where do you do business? What do you do? What are you looking for? And I would say ideally have something of value for people like your podcast, your meeting, your ebook, your latest blog post on probate, your whatever. Share something of value with people. That's how you build referrals. Another reason why I have this weekly is we need to implement things. So again, preparing for today, I went through these 7 items that forces me to reevaluate, am I doing the things I'm supposed to do with my business? But how about you guys? This is not meant to be entertainment. I don't care if you like me. I don't care if it's fun. I want you to sell more houses. I want to sell more houses. I would help families get through probate with less pain, spending less money, less family strife. I have a case where a sister and a brother killing each other for years legally. I think I'm going to reconcile the two at the property. I'm excited about the prospect of doing that. So, but we got to implement this. We got to get into action. So that's why I have this call weekly. It's not me educating you, and it's not me selling you something. It's really about implementing. And then last, the resources on Probate Weekly, I would add to you the past episodes. You can go to episodes.probateweekly.com and see the past episodes on other topics if you're interested. And now I do notice that some of my older ones are lower quality in terms of the video or the audio, and I'm trying to improve it regularly. But still, and if there's a topic that you see that I should do or you think is appropriate, feel free to suggest it. Better do it yourself. But suggest it, I'm glad to do it. So that's Probate Weekly. Any questions about that? We live stream this. It's a Zoom call. You have to register to come into Zoom. And then we live stream it on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Originally, we just did Zoom. The reason why was I wanted to be participative. I want you guys, I know you'll get more out of it if you participate. If your camera's on, you're answering questions, and we're working together on it. Now, at one time, I got the audience up to 100, which is the maximum on my Zoom account. We started pushing people to YouTube. Now we get about 30 to 50 people live on Zoom. We get another couple hundred on social media that watch live. They'd rather watch it there. Okay, I see. First question of the day. Big hand up, William Holmes. What's up? Let's get you in here.
No, I just was saying also whether or not it's implemented, but it's educational because it's helped me and months in terms of questions about probate and how to handle. And so the resources that were shared has been extremely helpful.
Thank you. Meant to be. We should be learning. It should be educational. And we want to be constantly in a stage of learning. You know, I go into other podcasts. You can say I'm arrogant when I say this. They don't think are as good as mine. Maybe technically they don't handle the audience as well. And I just don't think as much of the hour is content rich like I try to make mine be. I'm not pitching other products. Occasionally I throw something in. But I go on and maybe I don't pay as much attention because they're not as good or worth it. But I get a gem or two in an hour. It's worth it to me, right? Because I have a pretty effective business. So if somebody gives me a good idea I can use, boom, I could jump on it right away. Now, these days, I find that other agents interview my guests on their show that I introduce them to, and that's kind of funny. But it's a compliment. I take that. But you guys, this is about learning how to be better at your craft. You can ask questions. Again, if you do more business than me, I'd be glad to interview and learn from you. I'm offering this to you to help teach you to do more business, to be better at your craft. And the only way is by learning and by asking questions. So hopefully I'm answering the questions you're looking for. I do my best to anticipate that. Okay, I see 1, 2, 3, 4 people besides me with their contact info. We're not at 30. I don't know about that. I'm a real estate salesperson. I want to get my information out. I'm offering it to you for free. So anyhow, feel free to take that opportunity. Okay, tool 1, Probate Weekly. Tool 2, my YouTube channel. Is this self-promotion? Well, yeah, by creating the tool to be valuable. I'm not charging you on YouTube. I don't even care if you really subscribe or I want you to watch. I want to create stuff that people want to watch. But I have a couple things on there. One, I have interviews because I think you guys should be interviewing your prospects in your area. Now, here's an idea. If you're scared to get started, I'll interview any attorney anywhere in the U.S. on my one-on-one video, not in this program. The only people I bring on this program, I've already vetted on a video. I know they'll show up. They have the video technology together. They know what the rules of engagement are. Because when I didn't vet people, I would find they'd come on the podcast and not be respectful. They'd come on and not put the camera on. They come on late. They don't want to do it in their car while they're driving. To me, that's disrespectful. But if you're in an area outside of LA in particular, and probably even in LA, and you have an attorney that you want to develop a relationship with, tell them about my YouTube channel and just act as though you're working with me and say, I'd like to interview on the YouTube channel. Let me interview them and you can copy the questions and do it yourself on your channel as well. Say 2 for the price of 1. I'll do it and Bill will do it for you. I'm here to be of assistance. But the interviews are designed to educate. They're also designed for you to copy or for you to promote your people. And I've had agents have me interview their attorney in North Carolina, I think South Carolina, Tennessee for sure. So glad to help you, particularly in other states. I'm always looking to meet attorneys in other states. And if they're good, if they're eloquent, have technology, decent lighting, I'll put them on this show. I'll interview them for everybody. Give them access to a national platform. In addition to the on my YouTube channel being interviews are some of the tools. I literally saw that one of the agents is interviewing Matthew Drimmelman, who I had on here, who has like an afterlife service that is offered by funeral homes, nursing homes when people pass. And it's a great insight into how to market to people, how kind of our industry is set up. And that's just one of many people I've interviewed. I've interviewed data companies. I've interviewed, probate advance companies, probate bond companies. I'll interview any vendor in the industry. I would love to find a title rep who services accounts nationally for realtors. I know of a couple for lenders only. But I'd love to find anybody that would be a good tool for our business. And here's the thing. If we're both using it, if we're all using that vendor, then will we get better service or worse service, do you think? Imagine that here we have 31 agents. If we all gave one title order to the same title company, when you had a problem with it, you think you get better or worse service? Anyone want to guess how? Better. We're leveraging our relationship. We're not just you and me separately. We're flying together in a pack, right? We're a gang. So the tool is important. Then the third is services. There's different services that I use in my business. The other ones that other people use as far as documents and technology and emailing and marketing that we share ideas on that I bring onto YouTube. So obviously I like you to subscribe and like it because the more people, it gives me more clout to get more people and better people. And I have people calling me to be on my YouTube channel rather than me having to call them. I have an accountant in New York coming up. I have a great episode. Next week's attorney won a $4 million award in an elder law abuse in Long Beach, California. Fascinating story. But for all realtors, a good lesson on where to be cautious and where you'll be able to help people who are victims of elder law abuse. So that's why I do that. YouTube channel is designed to help. And if there's some suggestions or content you think we need, let me know. Send me an email, text, or comment on the channel. So that's the second tool is my YouTube channel. Love to have you participate. I'll tell you guys, my YouTube is synced to a couple other services. I pay for YouTube Premium. It's $9.95 a month, so I don't get the YouTube advertisements. And to be honest, we also subscribe to ATV in my house. We have Amazon, so we get Amazon Prime, some football on that. But really, we don't watch a lot of TV. I watch a lot of YouTube, and by limiting the ads, now there are ads in certain shows. You have sponsors who will read ads, but I don't get the ads they cut out and cut away to ads like beforehand or afterhand. $9.95 a month, and I watch YouTube hours every day. I have it running. I listen to comedy all the time, music. It's phenomenal. The music replaces Spotify as well for the same price. So YouTube is a great tool for me. And hopefully I'm helping you with your business. That's tool number 2. Number 3, my Facebook group. I have a Facebook group, Probate Weekly. I'll put the link in, but really if you just go into Facebook and under groups, search Probate Weekly, you should find it. Let me put the link here. We have over 3,000 members. Now, again, how do you use that? Well, content, I post stuff there. You guys should post your probate related and estate planning related content there, so we all can learn from your interviews, your blog posts, your market stats. We can learn from each other. You should also use that group to promote your probate business. Now, what I don't want is open houses. I'm a great realtor, shaking your rear end in a bikini. I'm not going to do that, because that stuff is other places for realtors to promote. But specifically, any of you all should be posting content about your probate business. Why not put it in there? I'm glad to have you do it. You'll get more likes, views, or whatever. Now, I know there's a theory that says you don't want realtors to watch your YouTube, because then YouTube will send your YouTubes to realtors and not petitioners, not attorneys. I think it's nonsense. Frankly, my channel's big enough now where when people see it, they go, wow, you have 2,700 subscribers, you have a real YouTube channel. So even if they were all real estate agents, I don't care. The attorney sees that, he doesn't know the breakdown, or she doesn't know the breakdown of who they are. So feel free to join the Facebook group. But again, how do you use it? And then also, there's leads in there. Literally, I've had agents ask for realtors in other states, attorneys in other states. Now, the one question that let me back up. Anytime you have a referral, you should always be specific what you're looking for. The more specific, maybe you'll get less answers, but you'll get a better answer. Example, I get a lot of posts that say, I'm looking for an attorney in Seattle. And then there'll be people who post an attorney. Well, that attorney might do drunk driving, divorces, might have done a probate 10 years ago. So what I try to do is I always say, well, what county, and what do you need them to do? Right? Well, we have a property that should have been in the trust and wasn't deeded in the trust. That's one type of activity. Or we have the trust and we're being sued. We need an attorney to defend us. That's a different type of attorney. Or we have a routine probate. We just need to file, get it started. That's a different attorney or maybe a service. So if you post referral requests, you always want to be as specific as you can be to get good answers. Likewise, when people post, I need an attorney, ask them those questions. I had an attorney on here one week to go through all that in detail, that you really want to be as specific as you can, make it easy for them to give you the answer that you want. Okay, so that's, your social media. Okay, so again, the Facebook group is for you to learn, promote your content, find leads. Oh, find leads for your attorney. You know, imagine if you're an agent in, I don't know, Portland, Oregon, and somebody says, I'm looking for a probate attorney in Portland, Oregon. How cool would it be to call, find out what they need, get the details, and bring that to an attorney and say, hey, we've been in business together, but I'm part of a national probate group of over 3,000 agents. You are, if you're on this call. And one of my colleagues in LA is looking for a probate attorney in Portland. You know, would you be interested in talking to him about it? Who'd like to get those leads for free? Well, they're there. That's why we're designing it. And the more active you are, the more you give, the more we're going to get. But I've closed business off of probate leads. Now as the administrator, I used to hold them so I could see them first. I don't do that anymore. I actually have a team member who's supposed to be releasing the posts as soon as she verifies they're legitimate. So that's the Facebook group. That's the third tool. Just to recap, Probate Weekly call. This call is one tool. One is the YouTube channel. The third is the Facebook group. Is this helping a little bit on how to use it? I give you some ideas to work on. Fourth is Executorium, EXECUTORIUM.com. I'll put that in the chat box. Now, my guess is there's several like this. This is a free listing service designed to go to executors of estates. So what do executors need? They might need attorneys, accountants, cleanout services, realtors. Free posting. I just gave you the link. I know the owner. I've interviewed him on the show twice. Make sure you post it. More importantly, in the course of talking to different vendors, particularly attorneys and accountants that do trust accounting, why not get them a free posting? Would they appreciate that? Imagine you call an attorney, hey, Henry, I know we just closed a deal. I wasn't your client. I just happened to be the realtor on the deal. But I'm part of a national probate group, and we have a listing service called Executorium, which is designed to put attorneys like you here in Portland in front of executors who need services. Would you like the free post? And they're going to say, what are they going to say to that? Just send the link, let them do it, or do it for them. So it's a free link. You want to build your roster and you want to promote your partners. The best way to build a relationship is by putting value into the relationship, and then you get the value at the end. How do you grow crops? I don't really know. To be honest, I'm a city boy. I don't get my hands dirty. But I do know before you get corn stalks with corn on it, you got to prepare the land. You got to put the seeds in there. You got to water, fertilize. Imagine pull the weeds out or something along the way. And then it grows up and you got to pull the corn out and strip it off. Then you get the corn. That's a relationship. And so Executorium would be a great tool I've used to promote my partners into their national network so they can get referrals. I've actually had the guy on the call. I don't get anything out of it. He doesn't pay me. I think it's an amazing tool that all of you should be on, and all of you should be offering to your accountants and attorneys. Number 5, I don't see any questions. Anybody else have any questions? I'm up to date. Number 5, getprobate.cash. Now I've moved it from a Zoom call to a Facebook live stream. Getprobate.cash. It's actually a Facebook group you can go into. I'll put the link in here. You can go to getprobate.cash. It'll bring you right there, or the link in the notes. I think this is the most important tools I use that distinguishes me from other attorneys. I literally was invited by a probate advance company to speak to their customers on this topic because I've used it to build my business. Probate advance is an expensive yet effective way that petitioners and heirs can get money before the probate closes. So it's ideal for people who don't have other assets and need $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 for bringing a loan current, avoiding evictions, fixing the property up to get ready for sale, funeral expenses, probate expenses could be a couple $1,000. Attorney's retainer fee could be $5,000. We can give them that money. If you don't know how, go on the Facebook group, getprobate.cash, or reach out to me. I'd be more glad to help you with that. You can actually get a small commission. I can set you up on a program to do that, or other companies offer bigger commission. My experience is the bigger the commission, the poorer the service. That's why I created this program, to be honest, because I became my own brokerage of this product. If you follow Pace Morby, he calls these Gator, either your Gator lender, or which means you actually make the loans, or Gator loans, where you broker to somebody else who does a Gator loan, who is a Gator lender. I do that. Or you can do it on your own. Learn how to do it on your own. I'm fine either way. I'm not really, I don't care if you use me or you use it and do it on your own. If I do the work, I'm going to get paid. And if you want to do the work, good luck. That's why I want to teach you how to do that. But it's an important tool because it's something you can talk to attorneys about, most of whom don't know anything about it. And I do offer a class on it as well. It's like $149 where it's 4 sessions. But, don't even take the class. Just come and watch a couple of videos, get the basics of the concept you want for free. Let's see. Tool, interview the vendors, or call me. Okay, number 6, free tool. My networking coach is Casey Eberhardt. And he has a program called Networking Riches. I'm going to put the link in the Zoom. There's a link there that's a referral code for me. Doesn't cost anything. It's free. It was yesterday. It was today's from 9 to 3 today. So he does it once a month. You can sign up for the next one. Bad timing, I guess, in that regard. But Networking Riches had been 2 days on a Saturday, Sunday for free for a long time. And he goes over the fundamentals of building a network and using social media to build your database and build your network. He's the person I've coached with. Now, he has a program you can pay for. I've been in that program now for 3 years. He really gave me a lot of the advice I used to build my YouTube channel from zero to what it is today in about 3 years. Phenomenal. Network, follow up, managing your leads, networking with other people. In fact, it's such a good tool. I market that tool to all the realtors on my team to get them to take it because it's great training. I get it to all the realtors that are on my team, like you guys, to help you with your business. I also market to all my clients because most of them are small business people, attorneys, accountants, painters, whatever, that have the same issues. It's not real estate related. It's networking riches on how to build your real estate. How to build your business. Some are real estate related, the biggest group, but a lot are not. And which is great for us to meet owners of other businesses to help build our business. So that's a great tool. It's free. He offers it once a month. It happened to be today. So you can sign up now, but you really won't get into it until November. That's tool number 6. And this is the final tool I'm going to talk about today, unless somebody asks me about something else that comes to mind. Local events. Now, some of you are not here in Los Angeles, but those you are, I'm going to list off 3 local events, but I'm going to also teach you the tool to find other local events outside of the LA area. So the first one, the best real estate event I know of monthly is at LAREIC.com. It's the LA County Real Estate Investors Association meeting. LAREIC.com is the website. I'll put that in the description. They have a monthly event on the second Thursday. Normally they'd be tonight. However, not tonight. Instead, for the month of October, it's a week from Saturday, the 21st, but it's a mega event. It's from 9 to 3. They're going to have like 21 speakers. They're going to have 75 vendors. It's going to be huge at the Iman Culture Center, like an all-day event with great speakers on various real estate investing topics. Why do you go there? Because you want to meet a lot of people. You want to get into probate. There's the guy I used to do evictions. The landlord. What's it called? The landlord. You know what? I need to get his name. Landlord advocate. Great vendor to know if you're in LA. Great vendor to know. My insurance agent who insures vacant properties here in California, Scott Wilson, is there. Phenomenal. I met him there. Lenders who do loans on burned out properties and rough probate properties. So I need the vendors, but then I also get referrals from people who are there. I go every month. I'm actually a vendor at this event. I actually pay for a table. I think it's about $50 a month. You don't have to, though. There's 250 people in the room and 50 vendors to meet people and talk about your probate business if you're looking to build it. I also have an event called Brew Networking once a month. That is on the first Wednesday of the month. That's meant to just meet people and have a beer. So brew, B-R-E-W. And it starts like 5:30-ish on a Wednesday and goes for a couple hours. And the idea is just to meet people kind of informally and have a beer about real estate. The third one is monthly Agents Helping Agents. It's a real estate agent event that I co-host in Diamond Bar on the first Friday of the month. I put the links in here, and then all my content, all the programs I'm involved with, everything I'm doing, I think this event might be of interest to you, is on my link tree, and I'll put that in there as well. Now, here's the thing. If you want to build your probate business, those are 3 great free local events. But you might say, but Bill, I'm not in LA. What do I do? Let me give you a couple tools to search. Go to eventbrite.com. Now, that's a tool I use to host events. Other people who host events promote their events there. Go to eventbrite.com and search for events in your area that are real estate related. Put in the search term probate, see what pops up. Put in the search term real estate, see what pops up. And that's how I found a networking event out in the Valley on Wednesdays at the Sizzler. It's a great event. Doesn't work for me schedule-wise, but it's a great event. So Eventbrite's a great tool to find local events and also for you to host your own event. All you've got to do is find a bar that will give you a table with a little sign up. Host your own probate event every week in your area if you're outside of LA. So Eventbrite's one great tool. Another one is Meetup. Go into meetup.com, search for probate. I found a couple probate events that way and real estate events that way. You'll sometimes find real estate investor events that love to have you come as a probate expert and talk about probate. Now, if you don't know what to say at an event like that, call me. I'll give you an outline of a talk you can go over. But you want to talk to as many people as you can. We're in the meet the people business. You guys know that, right? We're in the meet the people business. The more people you talk to, the more money you make. And then the agents helping agents is really about is about agents producing more business. So look for events where so there's real estate investing events, and then there's real estate agent events on how to be more productive. Meetup.com, www.meetup.com. Well, put it in the chat there. In fact, I'm going to put if you want to see my events, let's see, oh no. Let me see if I can get in logged in real fast. There we go. Dashboard. Not really. I really can't show you my events. It's kind of weird the way they do that. But yeah, meetup.com. But search for real estate agents, if you're an agent, and probate, free tools. And I use Meetup to promote all my online events as well, including this one. And I use Eventbrite as well to promote all my live events as well as this online event. But for you guys, as a free tool, search for probate, see who's doing what. Oh, another topic. Okay, so let me fix this a little bit. So, okay, these are local LA events you may or may not be interested in. But if you're going to look for events in your area, in addition to the topics of real estate, let me go back. National Eventbrite and Meetup topics. Your topic should be real estate investing. Your topic should be probate, a real estate agent, and estate planning. And what I would urge you to do, you want to build your probate business, go meet estate planning attorneys. They host events live or online, oftentimes in a little hotel. Other ones at like a restaurant, you meet them at a coffee shop. Don't get them to pay you for a free meal, pay for your own meal, pay for your own coffee, be generous. But you'll be in a room with 30, 40 people who own houses, want to protect those assets. Who besides me likes to talk to those kind of people? Right? So on events, if you're going to go to live events, the free tool being Meetup or or Eventbrite, look up real estate investing, probate, real estate agents, and look up estate planning. Okay, those are my 7 free tools. Do I have photos of the beer and real estate event? You know, Roxanne, we post on Facebook. I'm not really big on that. There are people who do show up and post on it. I mean, if that's your thing, that's a great way to do content. The place we do it at is a all-season brewery. It's on La Brea, just south of Wilshire in the Miracle Mile area. It's a fantastic facility, high ceiling, open air, kind of a big sports bar, screens up. They brew there. They have huge vats of beer being gone there. A lot of fun. Mexican food. You get to pay for that. But I understand it's really good. I can't eat it because I keep kosher, but I can smell the tacos, man. They smell great. So it's fun. And the idea is just to get together and the budget. So, you can do it. Our event so Roxanne, it's a good event, a good question about what the budget is for the event. So, You can run businesses a lot of different ways. And I think also you have to make money to reinvest. I don't think you can invest time or money. I would invest time until I had extra money and then reinvest some of the money. So the Agents Helping Agents event we do in Dunbar, we actually get sponsors who pay and cover almost all the costs on that. On the Brew event, I don't, maybe because I'm lazy, or I'd rather get something else like a referral than a couple $100 for the event. But I pay for my own parking, valet. Everybody else has to park on their own. And then everybody shows up one beer. If you register and I check you in, or you give me a business card, I give you a beer. And it's not cheap. It's about $8 or $9 a beer. And I end up spending about $200-$300 a month at that event. It's fun. Could I get somebody to split the cost? Maybe. Could I not buy the beer when it gives much attendance? Maybe. I don't know. It's kind of fun. I really don't sweat it too much. But so my budget for that event, there's no cost for marketing. It's kind of on autopilot. Once you set up Eventbrite and Meetup, they just kind of run on their own if you keep extending out the dates. And so I get literally almost every month, 20 people with no effort. About 10 of them are new every month. And some of those people lead to business for me. So for me to get 10 leads a month for $200-$300 is a good buy, because these are people I'm meeting in person, not just a lead, but actually face-to-face to show up. Hope that helps, Roxanne. Otherwise, reach out. You're in Houston. So, and Roxanne, are you an agent or investor, or what do you do? Agent, yeah. So agents, you guys get together, a couple agents. You can also get vendors may help you, a lender, escrow, title. There's people who do that stuff as part of their business on a regular basis. Okay, other questions? Was this helpful at all? Was this a benefit to you guys? I only see one camera on. Everybody else is off. At least I can't see them. Appreciate it. Okay, good. Hey, if it's not, let me know. I won't do this again. Yes.
Excellent.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, Albert.
I'm just driving, and that's why I turn off the computer. But I'm listening. You provide a tremendous service to the community.
Thank you. And I appreciate that. And I'm not necessarily looking for kudos as much as if this is the kind of stuff that you guys like from time to time, I'll do more of it. If you like the interviews more, obviously I'll do that. It's interesting when I got surveys back that said they like more content than the survey, than the interviews. I prefer the interviews myself, but I'm always want to do content like this. So good. Okay, good. Thank you for the feedback, everybody. And if not, I won't be shy or embarrassed. Let me know, or if you have suggestions on either what not to talk about or what I should talk about, let me know as well. Okay, so that's what I have prepared as far as content on today's topic on the free resources. Questions, comments, or unrelated problems, challenges, victories on how to build your business.
Interviews too, because interviews can also have really good content, so you can kind of get a twofer with interviews.
I think you're right. Thank you. Yeah, and you can share that with other people, especially if you're out of market. I mean, I don't think any agent in LA is going to share my podcast, but if you're in another state, you can share that with your database, hopefully. Good. Other questions, challenges, problems, victories, other topics you guys want to talk about regarding building your probate business?
Bill?
Yeah.
I have a question. You said something about get probate cash now or something like that?
Uh-huh.
Is that a business that you own, or is that a referral that you provide? Or?
Sure. Getprobate.cash is a domain name that I own. And what I did was I went over that pretty fast. So the genre or the area of business called probate advances, there's an industry. And you will from time to time see in a probate case file a company like Probate Advance, Inheritance Advance, Advanced Inheritance, Probate Cash Now, Cash Now. So what these are companies who will seek out petitioners and heirs. And I mean, I'm kind of doing the research. I'm an executor in a state right now, so I'm keeping all the mail that I'm getting. But they do direct mail, they do text, they do phones to offer an heir, and they'll say something like, would you like $10,000 now? Because they know that you filed the probate For sure in California, it could be on average 2.5 years. Even if you rush it, you can't get distribution from an estate until the last step of the probate. I literally have an escrow right now that I'm trying to get an heir to sign off on a form because he thought he was going to get his share at the close of escrow. He didn't realize, no, you don't own the property. The estate owns the property. We put the money in escrow, and then when we close the escrow, we pay the heirs. I didn't make that rule up. That's how the law is. So in order to get money now, we can advance him through one of these companies, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 or more, depending on the loan to value and the legal standing and different factors. So there is such an industry. Now, when you talk to attorneys, my experience is, A, they haven't heard of it, so they assume something's wrong. Or B, what they've heard they don't like. The common thing as well, it's very expensive. I hear that all the time. And I say, well, yeah, it is expensive, but it's for somebody who's desperate, right? Because I've had customers living in abject, I literally have one right now. He's literally in abject poverty in San Antonio, Texas. He lives on welfare and Social Security or whatever. I mean, I don't know a lot about that stuff, but I know he told me he's living on public service. And he has a very, very, very low price apartment in some dumpy area of town. Because I noticed I've had a notary meet with him a couple of times. He doesn't have the money for internet. He doesn't have a computer. And to get him $10,000, $20,000 is enough to help him travel, see his kids in another state. He advanced one of his kids money who needed it. So, you know what I said, I think I said out San Antonio, Henry, but I think I really meant El Paso, now that I think about it. And, not Dallas, not Houston, but a significant city in Texas. I think it's El Paso, actually. Anyhow, my point is, you can get in advance. There are companies that do that. But the problem I found was, like mortgage lenders, I don't know what your guys' experience is, but I've been in the business 36 years. I was a lender for 15. I know what good service is supposed to look like. Most mortgage companies in my book today are lazy. 9% of loan officers are lazy. They're so used to people just calling them and booking refinance appointments that they don't understand the hustle of getting a deal closed on a purchase for the most part. There's exceptions for the most part. Well, the advance companies are the same way. And so I would send them my client to get an advance. And with that advance, that client was going to hire an attorney, list a property with me. I'm making money. I'm bringing a client to the attorney. And the advance company would just decline the file and tell the customer you declined and not let me know. I remember I called them, what the hell? I referred them to you. You've got to tell me that you declined the case. I can't take no for an answer. I'm going to take it somewhere else. And in fact, I took it somewhere else and got them financed. Just like a realtor would have a mortgage lender decline their buyer and take it to another lender. And I've done that a million times. Or as a listing agent, buyer's agent can't perform. I bring in a lender, they perform. Same's true with probate advance companies. So what I did was I got so pissed. I said, F this. I'm going to research every probate advance company in LA County. And I have a database to do that. And I'm going to reach out to every one of them. I think I identified like 23, somewhere in the 20s. Called, emailed all of them, and about 10 responded. Offered to interview them. 1 or 2 were interested. The rest are like cockroaches. They rather hide in the rocks than let me know about what they do. But I did interview a couple on this channel in the past. And again, they would take a file and decline it. And so I said, I'll set my own company. I'll take the case. I'll reach out to the company and get them to pre-approve the case. And if they don't pre-approve it, I'll take it to the next one and then the next one. So I literally create my own brokerage of this product. So towards that end, I created a show, getprobate.cash, in a Facebook group to talk about this. Now, some of those companies will offer you a commission if you do it on your own. I'm fine. If you want to do the same thing and use the local company and we work together and collaborate, I'm fine with you going through them if they give you good service. I can do it and give you a commission on a $10,000 advance. I can get you $250. But it's not the $250. It's the listing. It's the case you're bringing to your attorney that's worth $10,000, $20,000 for the listing and $10,000 or $20,000 for the relationship. So don't get caught up on the commission. Agents get too caught up sometimes on that money. So again, I create my own brokerage, but on Wednesdays, I talk about that topic and I try to get the vendors to talk about that topic. So that's what getprobate.cash is. So you can get more detail there. Okay. Albert's probably more than you wanted to know about it. But that's the topic in full.
Thank you.
Sure. Always nice to chat with you, Albert. Okay. Got some contact info. Great. In San Antonio, great. Good to know. We'll get you out of the chat box. If you're registered, I have your information. That'd be great. EXP agent, always good to see you. Okay. Any other questions, comments, challenges, problems, anything I can help with? I don't see any hands up, and I think I cleared the chat box in the. Thank you, Kyle, Karen, Shubin, for your comments. Last call. Okay, not seeing any. It's about the end time anyhow. So thank you so much for letting me talk about this today. We have 7 free resources, and the idea is to help us be more effective in our business as business people. And how do we do that? It's by collaborating, working together, leveraging our time, and leveraging our relationships. There's a saying that by yourself you can go fast, but with other people you can go far. That's why I started this podcast, to go far with all you guys. Nancy, yes, you can call me later if you want to. If you have my number, or text or call me. I'm at, for anybody, I'm at Bill Gross Probate on all the social media. I get phone calls all the time on questions, problems. Feel free to reach out. If I can help you at all, reach out. Make today your best day ever. Thank you, everybody. Really appreciate your time.